to start. They used to ask me to make an opening statement, so since nobody's here, I just do that if y'all don't mind. First of all, on the way down here, I just got thinking about how fortunate we are to be playing here with the tornado and everything coming through. And when I saw that, I didn't think we'd ever play down here. And on the way down here, just gave me goosebumps to think about everything Jack State's done and Greg Sile, those people, to get this place ready to play for regionals. Because when the tornado first come through, I was thinking, wow, you know, we got a chance to get here with these guys, and I don't know if Jack State's going to be here or not. And on the way down here, I don't know, just thought about that a lot. And blessed to be here playing with this group. Now about the game, you know, of course, the Murr kid's great. And, you know, I think we made him work hard. He still had 50-something, I guess, but, you know, I didn't expect to stop him. Nobody stopped him for 2 years, and I didn't think we would stop him, but I thought for the most part we made him work, you know, hard for what he did get. He's a heck of an offensive player. But for my guys, I am so proud for first time these guys have ever been down here. Weston Kirk and Riley has played down here before. None of these other guys have ever stepped on this court in this environment. And, you know, to get back to get here and then to win and not be intimidated by the atmosphere and all that, it's just a testament to what these guys want to do and taking another step and how hungry they are for this program to grow. And we talked about that before the game, how, you know, it's time for this program to take another step. It's not time just to get here. It's time to get here and win. You know, it's been so long. I think since '05, Joe asked. So, you know, so important just to get here and take that step for this program. And I thought our guys showed up really well. I thought Weston Kirk and Riley Kirk come out and really set the tempo. Unbelievable in the first quarter for us. I thought Luke Welch played one of his best games of his career on both ends of the floor. He is just now starting to get a little football out of him and starting to play this game, this round, and he's starting to like it a little bit, and he's having fun. It's fun to watch him. And, you know, and then I'm going to say this pretty humble. I know the Murr kid's good, but I love Isaiah Sanchez and what he does for my team. And I thought he was kind of the, you know, neutralizer. Credit Isaiah for you know, he started a lot this year, and he's went to the bench the last 3 weeks and accepted that role. But man, he's coming off the bench lights out, and you know he might be the best sixth man in 1A basketball right now, the way he's in the zone and playing. And thought Cooper did a great job, just being a floor general for us, for being a 9th grader to step down here. I mean, I know he's grown up down here with much family down here, being in and out of this gym with our girls program so much, but thought he did a great job of being that extra coach on the floor. Just so proud for these guys, and we're blessed to get a win and excited about taking another step.
Guys, for any of y'all, I know it's motivation just to be here to win the game, but just talk about going up against Murr. You know, obviously, you know, the offense that he brings and everything. Just talk about taking that challenge and running with it.
Go Weston.
Yeah, we knew coming in Murr was a good player, but we knew one man wasn't going to beat us. So we just come in, try to play our hardest on him, but just not give him easy stuff. We just knew that he wasn't going to be he couldn't outscore our whole team. So we just come in and played a lot of help defense and locked in.
To any of the guys that want to address it, just what does it mean for the boys program to take this step?
It's a huge step for us, well, they're not seniors, but for seniors that are on the team right now. It's a huge step for us, but it's a bigger step for a lot of the young kids coming up, because we're letting them, you know, we're building up and letting them get used to the environment. It's a huge step for everybody, for the whole team.
Look, I kind of agree with Coach's assessment. You know, I know you've had some good games this year, but you know, just talk about coming out tonight and showing off a little bit.
Well, lose and go home, and I guess it's just time for me to turn it on. If I'm going to start anywhere, it needs to be now, where it matters.
We don't like to lose.
Kind of looking at the identity of you guys this year, especially for a lot of Spring Garden teams of the past and of the present. The outside game has typically been a very big thing for you guys. This game, and especially for both sides, the aggressiveness in the inside game for both the boys and the girls teams today, it seemed very, very nice and well put together. Talk about that, kind of going through practice, what you guys did, talking through getting that inside game going as well you guys had today.
That all starts in the weight room, honestly. I mean, just getting stronger and outworking your opponents, and then applying it to basketball.
People know that Spring Garden, like recently, we can shoot. People know that. And everybody's starting to, catch on to it. So we got to start working in the paint. We got people that do the job in the paint, and that's helping us a lot.
Weston and Luke has did a great job giving us points in the paint. Well, like Luke said, Luke loves the aggressiveness part, and the weight room does help him, and he does a lot of damage inside for us because of his strength. Now he's starting to put skill to it. Weston is still a puppy, we call him. He's still growing a little bit, even though he's got this big beard going on. But he's a youngster, but boy, he uses his body well. He's got such great feet. And as middle of the season to now, Weston, we've started really working with him inside. And no, Weston's been working himself inside, and he wants the ball. Does such a good job with his body, and he's undersized in there, but man, he's tough. But these two guys have really did a great job of wanting to be that role of being the guy in the paint that does the work. And we would not be here without these two. I'm telling you, these two doing what they do in the paint are special for us right now.
Weston, do you think y'all were quicker than they were?
Yes, sir.
How much difference did that make for you?
It made a lot getting up and down the floor. We knew that we could get a lot of transition buckets, outrunning them, pushing the ball up and down the court.
But even in your half-court offense, did you feel like you were quicker than them?
Yes, sir. I knew we could beat them off the dribble, and then once we got inside, get fouled, try to finish through the fouls and stuff. But I just knew that we could probably beat them off the dribble.
Ricky, you didn't get to come between games. Can you, first of all, address what it meant for the girls to beat that team? And
yeah, there's a lot of side notes to that, and I know y'all know the story of that, and we did talk about it. I think I had AJ and Peyton a little too jacked up for it. No, excuse me, I think they were just too jacked up for it. And once they settled down in the second half, I thought they played really well. But yeah, that's that game that we've been living with, and we're forced to come back and win it the next year, but those seniors can now take another step on and feel some, I guess, I don't know, they feel like they've accomplished something by beating a team that's the last 1A team that's beaten us. And I know as the team and the program wanted it because we value playing outside of our class so we can, beat teams in our class. And to that being the last 1A team in Baltus, it was personal. It really was. It was personal to all.
For AJ in particular.
Oh, AJ in particular, yeah. She was the one that lost the ball with 5 seconds going, and the foul was called on her with no time on the clock. And loved how she bounced back last year. She had some good seniors to help her bounce back, and keep her in control. But she wanted it. AJ wanted it, and she wanted a little bit too much in the first half. But I hate to say that, but boy, she's such a fierce competitor. Her and Peyton both, and when them two move on and graduate, I don't know who has that fierceness for us. I don't know where it comes from after them two. We've had some in front of them that had it, but the rest of them are very passive. And that mentality of they don't care what size or who, they think it can win. That's uncoachable. You can build on it as a coach, but you can't put that in them. And I want to see that grow. Starting to see it on our boys program. Starting to see some of that fierceness on our boys program. And we'll get it there. But yeah, Joe, that was special to our program to be able to, our program, our community. It was like a funeral at our school when we lost that thing. And I hate to compare the two, but that was the mood when we lost that one a few years ago. So it was nice to.
Were you aware that you held them scoreless in the third?
Was aware. I met my team on the floor to start the fourth, holding up a 0, because we challenged them defense. We knew offensively at halftime we hadn't been real clean. We hit some coach. I said we got to depend on our defense. And I told our girls when they come in here, and I told the ones that I got to visit with in the locker room, Coach Dana and Coach McDonald won that game. They busted their tails. They let me do what I had to do with these guys and that guy. Hey, we played Tuesday night with these guys, and we had to turn around and play today against that kind of team. It was hard. You couldn't have. I prepared for R.A. Hubbard's boys through the season. I thought that was who would be here. I peaked at Lindsay Lane, but I was preparing for R.A. Hubbard's boys, and they had the injuries and the whatever happened with them that they didn't get here. So it was such a short turnaround. Coach McDonald and Coach Dana really took that defensive game plan. They let me take care of the offensive stuff. And that's why we stumped in the second quarter offensively. I had to get halftime to do my job. But defensively, they were dead on the scout. Shannon, you said holding them scoreless in the third quarter. To me, the big zero is number 42 being scoreless. We knew that Bibbs girl was going to score. But for us to, man, we think we don't have a 5 this year. We're stressed past. We've been spoiled in the past with a big cog in the middle that could do some things. And we don't have that cog in the middle this year that could do it. And for us to hold 42, that gives us a lot of confidence with what can be in front of us coming up.
Which not only that, especially with that zero, wasn't just that, but also the zero if you guys didn't have a single foul in that third period with the girls.
Yeah,
so that was the big one. So the cleanliness of the game, you got to love that from your girls.
Yes, and if we get fouls called on us because we're hustling, we beg no hand fouls, no hip fouls, and even in practice we get after them. So, even though we got 5 seniors, 6 seniors on this girls team, they're still learning. But I thought they did a great job tonight versus the last few big games we played where our defense was handsy, and we weren't handsy. I'm glad you noticed that because that's part of our culture. We want to play defense, but we do not want to foul.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all's help.